back. Hi, YouTube. You like this? No. There's no dancing. We're not doing the intro. No music.
Why is there no music?
Well, I can put the music, but yeah, that's not it. I was just saying hi to YouTube. Hi.
Oh, hi YouTube.
Hi.
Hey.
Hi.
We haven't done this
Look
in
at
a
all the
minute.
laundry I did but didn't put away.
Don't judge her. Please don't.
I fucking judge me. I don't give a shit.
She doesn't give a shit. Oh, wait. I got to zoom in on your laundry. Here you go. Now you can.
Oh, don't.
There you go. There it is.
Oh my God.
Piled. Like over here is like,
I
it's
think
like
I
up
see
to
it.
here.
I think I see a brassiere.
Yeah, it's bad.
Oh,
It's bad.
yeah, I think you do.
I was fucking around. I can't see shit. That looks like blobs of color to me.
No, the underwear did get put away though. So
That's
all
good.
You
of
started the
that,
music.
underwear
Did
and
you start
socks
it?
got put
Oh,
away.
I'm muting you guys now. But so yeah.
I thought we were already muted.
Oh, well, shit. Now you are. So everyone heard about your underwear. All right, here we go. Muted now.
What?
Welcome to the Abingers Podcast, where we assemble weekly to binge the MCU and all things nerd, old and new. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, X, Threads, TikTok at Abingers Podcast. One word, ladies and gentlemen, ABINGERS Podcast. Give us a like, a comment, and let us know what you think of the show. If you want to check out the show in video form, youtube.com/The Abingers. We put all of our podcasts out in video form, starting with Loki Season 2, so you can check this out. You want to see our smiling faces? Abingers Podcast on YouTube. We hope you enjoy it. But I'm just one of your hosts. My name is Brandon. I can't do it alone. Emmy, how you doing?
I'm feeling festive. Still?
Still
Right?
festive. Hey, that's okay.
Yeah.
Keith, how you doing, man?
Time, space, reality.
Oh God.
Is that
Keith
good?
isn't
Is
here.
that good?
Yeah, someone took over Keith's body. It's a little.
It's pretty good.
It was pretty good, actually. I really liked it.
pretty
good.
No, it was
I
really
can't
good.
do the bassy. He's very good.
Yeah,
He's very good. Jeffrey Wright's fucking awesome.
yeah, he is.
But yeah,
that was
I'm good.
what Renee was saying when she was watching the intro. He's like, "That's a perfect voice actor." So Jeffrey Wright is
Sure.
fucking awesome, guys. Welcome to What If Season 2, Brandon's most anticipated show. He is stoked to be reviewing this. He talks about himself in the third person. What a cuck. We're gonna get straight to
Today's episode is brought to you by the word.
cuck. Jesus. Man,
Cook along with us, will you?
What If Season 2, guys. We are here. So if you have not watched What If Season 2 Episode 1, that's what we're reviewing today. We're doing little bite-sized podcasts for each episode, and we're going to do a full kind of roundabout thing afterward, but maybe, I don't know. We're going to figure it out. There's so much stuff coming out real quick. It's like What If, then Echo, but we'll make time for it all. So anyway, What If Season 2 Episode 1 is here. It is titled, What If Nebula Joined the Nova Corps? So we are excited to review this. And who wants to start? I'm going to start with Keith, because I really want to hear Keith's thoughts. As our resident artist on the show, this is all about the art. And I feel like the art has changed a little bit with this season. It feels different in several ways. And I just need to hear from the man who makes us look all pretty. Keith, if you have not watched What If Season 2, Episode 1, spoiler alert, I don't know if I said that or not. I'm saying it again if I didn't.
I have.
Okay.
Oh, you mean them? You mean
Them.
oh, okay.
The
yeah,
listeners.
No, I
The
did.
listeners. Okay. Don't listen if you don't want to be spoiled. Okay, there's your warning. Love you. Bye, or thanks for staying. Okay, Keith, what if? What'd you think of Nebula and the Nova Corps and the art?
I'm very glad that I watched the first season in the last couple months just to kind of get a refresher of what was going on, because this felt like exactly what they're talking about when they say quality over quantity. And they're dialing back and giving their artists, giving their everybody a little bit more time to spend on these projects, because What If didn't need to be rushed out. You know what I mean? They didn't need to didn't feel rushed at all, in my opinion. There's certain things about the art that are still kind of bugging me, but not nearly as much as season one. There are beautiful sets. There are beautiful, very thoughtful action sequences first of all, but also just the backgrounds are really beautiful. The tone is very like this Nova Corps. What if Nebula joined the Nova Corps is fantastic starter, especially if you're a Nebula fan, because it's very Nebula heavy. So
yeah,
and I am a Nebula fan, so this was I really enjoyed it. It's got a couple nitpicks about it, but yeah, because we've already explained that we've seen the first 4. Is that what we're going with? No, sorry, we haven't. We're recording this right after seeing just one at a time.
Yes.
This first one, great way to start the season. Can't wait to see what we get next.
God, I love you so much. All right, Emmy. Now that I'm gonna go second because you have a good poker face, and I want to save you for last, if that's okay. Because I'm really curious to hear your thoughts. So selfishly, I'm gonna save you for last for that reason. I actually am gonna say I thought this episode was pretty darn good. Now, what if season 2 already? I've seen a few episodes and it goes up and down for me. So just a warning that we took some time for the holidays, so we're crunching in. Oh wait, we don't want to ruin the illusion. We're reviewing one episode at a time. This is the only episode I've seen. But no,
read ahead.
I know, God, I know. But honestly, I really, really thought, one, the art style, that was one of my first notes, was that the art was incredibly impressive this go around. I could tell, and Keith, I think you summed it up really, really nicely, is they had more time to work on it, and you can see that. You can see that there's a lot more finesse, there's a little bit more polish on this, there's a lot more different styles being utilized at once, and I really, really thought the show paid off tremendously due to that. I also think you throw in a bunch of Guardians and Nebula into the equation, and even Howard the Duck, I'm going to be a fan of to an extent, just because I think that's such an interesting story to tell in a different way. So I really, really enjoyed that as well. So overall, I really am. I was impressed with this episode. Like all What If for me, and I know this is the premise of the show. I've had my wife tell me this plenty of times, so I don't need anyone else to have to remind me that the show's pacing is so fast, it is jarring for me. Because technically this is in the MCU, however, it's alternate timelines, dimensions, all this fun stuff, and I get it. I totally understand it. But things that just kind of just blast off and things you just have to kind of take for what they are is so incredibly difficult for me. Especially when the Marvel Cinematic Universe has planted so many seeds along the way throughout 10, 15 years now, and so that's tough. That's tough for me to just jump right on board and go with it. I know how the show works. I get how the show works. It's still hard for me. And sometimes jumping from one thing to another is more like, wait, what? Why? Why are we doing this now? Why is this easily convinced? Why are we, because these are technically the same characters. It just feels like we're hitting the fast forward button. And that's still very, very jarring. But this was voiced by Karen Gillan, correct? Because it sounded just like her.
Yes.
Okay, it sounded just like her. There's a few that I know for a fact. Karen, I had a question mark on, but Karen Gillan, she did phenomenal acting in this. I thought it was a great voice act. So yeah, for the most part, I really did enjoy this episode. So, Emmy, what'd you think?
I think my poker face might be a little bit broken. I couldn't keep it together during all of that. Hold on. I just need to get my blanket. Oh God, my blanket. Oh, my blanket's, it's all wet because I watched this episode and I was so fucking bored. I hated it.
Oh my God.
I watched this episode and I was like, this one sucked. I didn't like it. I thought it was cheesy. I thought it was kind of stupid. And I was like, I don't even want to watch the rest of the season.
Hello, 1-star reviews. Can't wait to read what
I'm
you gotta
very
say.
sorry.
Hey, we're always going to be ourselves. We don't apologize here. Emmy, wow.
At this point also, I have to say, Mad Trivia John, when we talked on the voice channel the other night, you said, I can tell that you like it. and if you don't, I'll eat my hat. So this is your sign that you need to eat your hat.
Get
Oh,
that knife and fork ready. I want to see a
Yeah.
video of that next assembled.
good.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
This episode is very film noir,
Mhm.
and that's not my style.
Yeah.
Did I say it wrong?
No, you said it right, and that's I was as soon as you said that it was pointed out that it was very film noir. I was thinking you don't like the gritty street
Yeah.
level
Nope.
shit. You're
Like,
not
Nope.
interested in the dark, demonic kind of or depressing kind of look.
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
fair.
So it was
That's
yeah,
understandable.
yeah. Sin City, like that. No.
and see how like colorful that Xandar was, and to see how dark
Mhm.
and gritty it had become, it's very jarring to see. And obviously we know that's because of the shield around the planet to protect themselves from Ronan. We get that, but it's still jarring, and it is not familiar to the Xandar you knew and appreciated in the Guardians.
well,
movie.
no, it just even if it wasn't Xandar, even if it was, I don't care where it is.
It's just too dark. You don't give a shit. You just
I think we're opposites on this point. I think is that that's a genre of film that I really love. So I was enjoying every reference to it and So I get why if you
I'm
don't
sorry.
like that shit, I get it.
Well, it's funny
I'm
because
sorry.
there's even a part where Nebula's like, I was adrift in the ruins of my past, and someone saw the light in me. And like Amy the whole time was like, God, fuck this.
Oh, yeah, I hated all the lines. And then, oh, this is Xandar. Oh, we got our problems. Like, bleh. All right, Nicolas Cage, get the fuck out of here.
Man. So, any additional thoughts?
It felt like Guardians SVU.
That is hysterical. That is a great point. Yes. These are bite-sized.
Ice-T shows up.
We're getting all of Emmy's zingers all at once because these are bite-sized podcasts, and I'm kind of digging it. We may need to do 30-minute podcasts all the time. This is, yeah. Guardians SVU, that's a good fucking observation, actually. I'm going to give you that's,
SVU, Xandar.
yeah. Oh,
Korg
man.
the part of Korg will be played by Ice-T.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
that would be
yes.
hysterical. Yeah, that's a fair
But
point.
yeah,
It's all
even
fair.
like those CSI SVU, all those Law and Order. I don't watch that shit. I don't want it.
Mhm.
I don't like
it doesn't
it.
seem like a genre you would like of television.
And
I
so
don't like those shows.
I'm sorry that I hated this episode, but I understand why I hated this episode, and I hope that you also understand why I hated this episode.
So
I get it.
we're gonna.
I yield my time.
No, I'm gonna encapsulate the full plot, and then we'll discuss the full plot, and then just kind of, because really, I don't mean this in a dig. I hope it doesn't come across this way, but it is a very simple plot. There was a source code to
Burn.
I hate you.
Ouch.
I hate you. I'm trying to not be that guy, and you're gonna burn this plot suck because it's simple. No, it's just a quick.
Lots of cook.
It's a 30-minute cartoon. It's gonna be kind of it. So anyway, there's a shield across Xandar because Ronan was going to attack, and so the only way to prevent him, let's throw this shield up, and then isolation to protect against Ronan. So the whole place kind of suffers from that. Everyone that was on the planet kind of just becomes the worst version of themselves or the best version of themselves, depending on who you ask. And Howard the Duck, he's a casino owner. That's great. And so he's got access to this mainframe core, this data core, and they get with Yon-Rogg. Yon-Rogg goes in, is like, hey, we're going to take this whole shield core down. Nebula's able to access it. She's able to access it, delete the source files. Ronan has big plans for it. It was all a setup, though. Yon-Rogg turned on her. Nova Prime turned on her. That's the big swerve. And they basically beat the shit out of her. Holy crap. There's just this scene where they literally just pummel Nebula. That one hurt me to watch. And then there's a rock, paper, scissors fight, which was probably the most entertaining thing out of it because I thought that was really, really funny.
Yeah.
And strap up, it's happy hour. The shield's closing, and see the light, be the light. And she knew that Nova Prime broke her oath when she said do anything absolutely necessary to take all this down. Nebula confronting Nova Prime. She knew that all along, so Nebula was one step ahead of Nova. So it was like a swerve and then a swerve. I don't know.
Classic double, triple,
Yeah,
quadruple
exactly.
cross.
Yeah. Anyway, so Nebula comes out for the better of it, and all the bad people, fuck them. They all get what's coming to them, and they put the shield back up because, fuck that. We don't want this shit open. So,
honestly, I feel that.
yeah,
hardcore.
Yeah, and so that's it. I mean, it's obviously Glenn Close did not return to play Nova Prime for this. You can hear it in the voice acting. I'm confident on that because it sounded nothing like Glenn Close as soon as she started talking. We do get a new introduction of Yon-Rogg. We have not seen this person in the MCU. I thought that was a really cool, interesting take as well.
What? Excuse me? What?
Yon-Rogg?
Yeah, Yon-Rogg was Jude Law in Captain Marvel, wasn't he?
No.
Yeah.
No, that's Yon-Rogg. What?
Yeah, that was Jude Law's character from Captain Marvel.
Holy fuck.
He's always been working for Ronan secretly. So to find out that he was doing it then and in Captain Marvel.
Holy shit, I didn't know that was his name. I thought it was like I thought he was like Captain Marvel.
It is, they're basing it on a character it was confusing.
I feel like an idiot. Okay. That makes sense.
I don't blame you. It's not a big comic book character.
It speaks a little bit to the animation that you couldn't tell for shit that was Jude Law.
Well, Jude Law's the most like generic looking motherfucker. Think about
that.
That
is, yeah. Think of a white ass man.
Yeah, like I'm just gonna call
it. Hey, Jude.
That's what I think is so hard about drawing Hawkeye, because I'm always like, is that Hawkeye? That's just a dude that looks like me shaved. Like Hawkeye just does not
look like you. Well, maybe, yeah.
Maybe. Okay. If I shave and I got a bow and arrow, I'm Hawkeye. I'll tell you that.
We're all thinking of Brandon shaved.
Yeah.
In my mind, I went fully.
Take away my chin.
Yeah, you're talking bow to stern, right?
No. We know Hawkeye doesn't do the undercarriage. We know he leaves a bird's nest because that's why they call him the Hawk. Like he's got.
I think it was on Jeremy Renner's social media.
Yeah, he's like, I leave a bird's nest down below. Hashtag Hawkeye. Anyway, I apologize. Yon-Rogg. I feel like an idiot then. But yeah, Yon-Rogg. So Jude Law gets with Nebula. That's cool. I should have known then. My bad.
Get with her.
Not like that. Like partners with her. Well, he tries. A few times he's like, we could have been something. Like, how we're doing this is great.
That's how you get women, is to demean them. You could have been something.
Man, if we just would have worked together. The stars are the limit, Nebs. He calls her Nebs. What if he did? Hi, Nebs.
Nebs.
Yeah.
I think that the creators, I think we're talking about this season, the writers anyways, we're talking about like a lot of these episodes are based on their favorite 80s movies, and this is definitely a huge call to Blade Runner. However, Blade Runner to me was never one of my favorites. I do understand and appreciate Blade Runner, but it itself is a huge callback to old film noir movies and PI films. So to see that is like, oh yeah, I can get along with that, no problem. What I found really enjoyable about it is that the general enjoyable about it was enjoyables. I'm just talking about it's I Christmased up my language.
Hark, hear the joy bells, sweet silver bells.
The general tone in the first 30 seconds of introducing this new dark, corrupt version of Xandar, the tone, the score, the visuals feels more lived in and believable in that first 30 seconds than anything we saw in the quantum realm. So
damn,
just saying,
shots fired.
Penis buildings, fuck off, ridiculous. Penis buildings.
I like it.
You know what I'm talking about, right? You remember that part?
Yeah.
That was on the cover of Little Mermaid, wasn't it?
That too.
Yeah.
That's why they started. They started under the ocean, and then
it just became a dildo
went
factory.
into the quantum realm.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Anyway, if you have not seen the old Little Mermaid cover art, it is just straight up dicks. It is just a plethora of dicks. Anyway, sorry.
I love that movie so much.
But the pacing in general of this episode feels like they got a lot to accomplish in 30 minutes.
Yeah.
They got a whole new introduction to all the way to conclusion and resolving in a satisfying way. The nice thing they don't have to do is introduce us to the people involved. It's really just the situation that they're in. So they got a little bit of time saved there. But first season felt like too rushed or too slow to do that and to pull that off. And I think that this episode is an example of one
hit a sweet spot for you.
They've taken their time with.
Yeah, hit a sweet spot for you.
Yeah, I mean they can accomplish things that feels like a movie within 30 minutes time, because we don't know if we're ever going to visit this place again. And it's, it's a one-off little, it's like reading one comic book issue that's like a special event. And Emmy's face looks like I farted. So I'm sorry that smell-o-vision through Zoom
Excuse
is a
me.
new thing, and you know how much turkey I've had. I'm so sorry.
I was bored. I was bored. It was boring. It was slow for me, in my opinion. And one of my first notes is, this is bad. This feels like Batman.
Oh, damn. This is bad.
Yeah.
It feels like Batman.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can tell by my ears, but I'm a big Batman fan, Emmy. And
He is.
Sorry.
I take offense.
I was also in high school and could possibly be again if they make another good Batman film.
You used to be
Robert
a Bat fan?
Pattinson, I'm looking at you, man.
Did you like that one? I forget. No.
No, God, no.
There's a shot in this episode that actually kind of feels like the like strobe light action fight sequence where she turns off the power, and there's a fight sequence in the dark, and there's flashing gun muzzles and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's like, that makes me think of the Batman.
Right. Well, and her voice even in it, she's the whole time she's talking like, it's a Sandor, we got her problems.
Nebula's the perfect person to put in a film noir genre. That's what they do. It transitions from the Watcher to Nebula seamlessly, because they always narrate their own story.
I love that.
I'm gonna talk like this for the rest of the podcast.
Hey, my name's Nebula. And Xandar, yeah.
My life is kind of crazy.
My name's Nebula,
Howard,
and my life is pretty crazy.
and Howard the Duck comes in and calls her Nebby.
Yeah.
Ugh, that is a nitpick of mine.
Oh, man. Hey, Nibs.
Okay. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
So Seth Green, his voice, though, I love Seth Green playing Howard the Duck.
Yeah.
I think he's a phenomenal choice. I really want to see him properly in the MCU beyond What If, because Seth Green just nails it every single time he speaks. And
We all saw that movie from the 80s. Like, do we really want to see that?
If they do it right, that was a low budget piece of shit that came right out on television, pretty much, I think. But maybe it was VHS. But still,
Fair.
Yeah.
Damn, like, just put it in the
They
right
do
hands,
it.
give it to somebody like I don't know, somebody could pull it off well, I feel. But he, to me, was a shining light in this episode, a little more than another character.
Korg.
That I feel like I'm gonna catch a lot of shit for saying this,
Korg.
but I'm a little Korged out.
Oh.
No.
Yeah, he it feels like Taika at 10 all the time. You know, it's like there's just it's always extreme, but I won't lie, I kind of dig it. I really like, because the rock paper scissors bit, he also made a few
I
other
did like
jokes.
that, but that was a Howard joke.
Oh yeah.
So
that was
Howard's
true.
on point, and his lines are great, and having so many comedic characters, it's like she's working with idiots.
Yeah.
And maybe that's a callback too. I don't know.
Yeah.
But still, just feels like rock paper scissors was a little
Two on the nose.
yeah.
Well, and he says something about whenever he was starting the revolution in Ragnarok, doesn't he say something about like I'm not your enemy unless if you're a neighbor? Or no,
Yeah,
right?
which is my
Doesn't he?
nemesis.
Yeah.
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 It's an
It's
ongoing
kind of
joke
a
that Taika
callback.
gets to say.
I
Yeah.
love that, like, he's like, yeah, no, that's it.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
it.
Oh,
And like,
I
Emmy's
remember
like,
the line, and I remember giggling.
there's two
I'm
different
sorry.
people like,
And that's the issue.
like,
That's the issue. Is
I
that
love
it
that
keeps
Emmy's
getting
like,
pulled up.
ain't that
Okay,
great?
okay.
Did you forget about this? And like, he's like, no. Yeah, that's
I know.
what
I
it is.
remember it, and that's the issue.
I am made of rock, so gotta keep making those jokes. Paper is my nemesis.
Over
Whenever-
and over and over again.
Okay, I see what you're saying now.
I love it.
It's a little
Yeah.
Okay. Because I feel like I might be able to see the future, and I feel like he does make another joke in another episode in the future that is similar.
Oh wow! Predicting future episodes of What
I
If.
think I might have just quoted it and got the two mixed up. And by that I mean I've watched one episode only and don't know what I myself.
This illusion is failing.
Yeah.
This is failing. We're never doing this again.
He did have the really cool line though, whenever they all get together and they're all like they're all gonna team up to take down the baddie or whatever, and he's
Yeah.
like, all right, so we all look cool.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
I have a
I enjoyed that.
bandana. I liked Howard's acknowledgement of his bandana.
He
Well, that
gave
was good.
me what's it called? Don't tell me. Rambo. Gave me
Yes.
yeah, not Captain Rambo, straight up Rambo. I thought it was really great. That red bandana just set it all off. So overall,
What?
it was good. It was good for some of us.
Sorry, I'm gonna give my one redeeming quality for the
Oh.
whole episode
Okay.
was that I really did like Nebula as Yondu. I thought that was a cool touch, and I
Mhm.
would have liked that to be explored more.
Nitpick. How come the whistling of the hologram caused the stick to get up? Because if you're just playing a recording of the
Cause
whistle,
the stick to get up. You want to? That's what we're gonna go with that.
Listen,
Hitting the bullseye.
listen, cuck. I need you to shut the fuck up for a little bit. No, like, isn't the whole point of like Yondu is like the kinetic, like the power of like obviously him, but through the mohawk and also his whistle. Like she just played a recording and it just was like it took right.
Okay, I thought that was brilliant. I was like, that was
Yeah.
cool as shit. Because he's
Yeah.
got the thing on during the recording, right?
Right.
Yeah.
But
So-
so
But also, it's the whistle. If it was just the thing, he would just think it. He wouldn't have to whistle at all.
well, it's a combination. Why can't it be both?
I thought he had to whistle.
He has the whistle. Yeah, he does. But the whistle is what called the arrow to the hologram.
It didn't make much sense to me because I was like, oh, I could just record Yondu whistling and then hit play and be like, oh, sweet, now I got a fucking like.
Now I got a fucking psychotic arrow.
Yeah, like to me, it didn't make much sense. It didn't make
But
much sense. to
she
me.
couldn't control the arrow until she put the thing on her head.
Exactly.
Exactly.
That's my point. Thank you, Emmy. Are
Wait,
you with me
wait.
or against me? Because you flipped
don't
me
know.
off
I
like you're
can't
against
tell.
me, but your point was with me. Okay, so
She got the arrow by playing him whistling. But then once she got the arrow, she couldn't do anything with the arrow until she got the head thing to go with the whistling. Think about if you had a hologram of you
God
calling your dog
Damn it.
Lloyd,
damn it.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Lloyd would come to you because he thought that hologram was you.
Yeah.
So the stick is a dog, is what you're saying. The little arrow.
Kind
the
of.
little
I
arrow's a
mean,
dog.
what do dogs chase?
Sticks. What are arrows?
Boom.
Dicks.
Dicks.
We're both too.
I got one more positive and one more negative.
Okay, positive, negative, and we'll wrap it up.
Jan-Rog getting to play a little bit because Jude Law is a talented actor. I like him. I've seen him in stuff where he's very funny. And to see him get to play instead of be this kind of stick in the mud piece of shit and double crosser character in Captain Marvel, we got to see a little bit more fun version of him in this. I
This
think, and got to
double
joke
crossing
around.
stick in
He
the
did-
mud in this episode.
He's still
What,
double crossing,
Keith?
yes, but I
Okay,
find him
all
less of
right.
a stick in the mud.
Okay,
But-
all right. I thought like he just described him in this episode. But yeah, go on. Sorry.
But he got to play, and one of the funniest lines in this episode to me was him trying to crack the safe on the security panel. He's like, "Come on, baby, talk to me." And she's like, "Do you know how dumb that sounds?" And he just shushes her. And then she says, "There's nothing to listen for. There's no gears in it." And he says, "No, I was just shushing you." That made me laugh quite a bit. There's one line in this episode. If there's one thing that made me actually crack up, it wasn't the rock, paper, scissors guys. It was him just being like, "Oh, I was just shushing you." Like just a total throw off line.
Yeah.
The one other nitpick I have
Mm-hmm.
is that the animators of this show have clearly never ordered from Domino's. And I say that because the loading bar on the screen for the code to be downloaded or whatever to get
It's
control
the
over
bake.
the big
It's the
force field,
bake for the yes.
exactly the same thing as the Domino's website. It's
when
goes
they're
from
baking
blue to
the
red,
pizza.
from
Yes.
oven to door. Oh my god, I was like,
Oh,
it really
order
it took me out of it a little. It's
order
all-
a Domino's pizza. Watch this episode. Tell me they ain't the same. God, Keith, that's such a good
Exactly.
take. That's such a good take.
That is.
Sorry.
All right. Well, that is What If Season 2, Episode 1. What if Nebula joined the Nova Corps? Come back in a day or two. We're going to be dropping Episode 2. We're not recording that tonight either. Yeah. Not at all.
No, we would never.
We were never. We love you
What,
guys.
2 episodes in one night? Come on.
Yeah, let alone 4. We're heading out of here. So thank you so much for joining us. If you want to support the show, don't know why you would after this episode, but just in case, patreon.com/Abingers podcast. We got a fucking great show and a great crew of amazing listeners. Huge family atmosphere over there. We love them. Patreon.com/Abingers podcast. Join for $1. Get access to our Discord, and you get exclusive content. We filmed a 20-30 minute pre-show just for our patrons tonight, so they get to hear us just really banter about life and flat tires and other things we can't mention here. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. So join our Patreon, get some cool free random shit, and it keeps our bills paid. We really appreciate it. And we're heading on out of here. You want to join us? Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, X Threads, all that fun stuff. Abingers Podcast, youtube.com/The Abingers. Check us out over there. Thank you. We're heading on out. We'll see you later. Thanks for joining. Emmy, Keith, any final words?
Dolly for president.
Wait, is that what your shirt says?
It does.
Yeah.
Dolly for president.
Oh, that's
Dolly
nice.
for president. Sorry, I know we don't usually do political stuff, but
I think most people would agree. Dolly for president.
Hell yeah. I was just going to say the irony of this season getting a little bit more tender love and care is a testament to how bad season 1 was, because no one was knocking down any doors saying, we need a season 2 right now.
Well said. We're heading out.